How to replace the changeover valve hose on your Dyson Ball. I'm showing you today on a Dyson Light Ball, but other models like the DC40 will be a similar process. To do this, you'll need the genuine hose. The copied ones, the glue fails, don't use them. Also, you need a T8 and a T15 Torx screwdriver. Now turn the vacuum on its side. We're not going to waste our time removing the bin and the hose because we don't need to. The first thing we remove is the filter cover on the side of the ball. Just twist the purple centre cap and turn it, and then you'll get the filter inside. That twists off as well. There's 4 T15 screws that just hold this cover on here that the filter sits on. Take them off and then put that to one side. And don't worry, I'll also be showing you how to put all this back together again too. Right, we're going to turn the vacuum cleaner over now, and there's 2 T8 Torx screws holding the hose in place. One here, undo that, and then if you higher the wheels, it flicks the hose and you gain better access to the other one. This has got a little plastic washer on it too, so we need to kind of fish that out. You may notice I've not taken off the other side of the ball. It doesn't really give you better access at all. Now that's the plastic washer and screw I was on about. Put them safe and flip this thing over. We're looking for these 2 screws here. This basically holds a little bracket on with the spring connected to it. That just pulls out like so then, and then this mechanism that's attached through the hose can be wiggled out. Put that safely to one side, and now we're going to look for a little bracket that holds the top of the hose in. There's 1 T15 screw that holds this in. It looks a bit like this. Again, put that to one side safe, and there's one last T8 screw in the top of the hose there to take out, and then we can put our hand the other side, pull up and wiggle it out. Look at the damage on that. Now it's time to fit your new genuine hose because the compatible ones are rubbish. That part slides into there, and then there's a big barrel here, and if you flick it over, there's a shorter barrel there that goes on top, so it squeezes and fits in like so. No set rules, but I'm going to fit the top end first, sliding it in, and then it's a bit fiddly I guess, but we need to put our hand around the back and we're lining up the bit that slides through the smaller channel at the top. So then it all looks a bit like this. Okay, we're going to now secure the hose so it doesn't move with this bracket that we took off the top bit. Again, T15 screw that holds that in, and it sits like so. Okay, now we need to put the T8 screw into the top, onto that small barrel part, and then the bracket that goes through the 2 holes here. Put that in place, just wiggle that through. You can use some silicone spray on these if you like, it kind of frees things up a bit, entirely optional. And this bracket pushes into there like so, it's kind of at a right angle and it all lines up, so you've got the 2 screw holes like that. Put the screws in, so that's now secure. Now I'm just going to check that everything's moving correctly as it should be. And on the cover here, you have this little gasket bit. Now it sometimes comes off, so I thought I'd pull it off and show you how that fits. It just goes around the set shape. You'll see exactly what I mean. Now we can put this cover back on, and there's the 4 T15 screws that hold it in place, if you remember correctly. Now if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like it or say something kind in the comments. It does keep the video alive and helps people in the future doing this repair. We've flipped the vacuum back over and we're putting these screws in now. The first lower one has got like a metal washer on it. We're flicking the wheels up to gain better access to the top one. This is the fiddly one because you've got the plastic washer that you're going to drop 1,000 times. But trust me, it goes in and then followed by the screw. And then again, I like to just check that everything's in place and moving correctly before I go to the next step. We're doing the final flip of the vacuum and we're going to fit the filter. Now there's a little arrow on the filter and that lines up with the arrow on the casing there, and it just twists into position like so. Now this bit fits onto this metal bit here, and you just turn in the center cap until you hear it click. Okay, that's how you know it's tight enough. Now if you need to change the other hose underneath here on your vacuum cleaner, if that's split, you need to watch the next video that's coming up right now. Also, you need to subscribe to my channel And again, like this video if you haven't already.